Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, the Pick 6. I got another fun ranking video for you. I'm doing the ACC ranking since the 2000s, so going over the last 23 years. I'm ranking the teams based on how I think they've done as football programs. Alright, start with number 14 on the list. I'm sorry you guys, but Duke has to come in at number 14 with only 96 wins since 2000. They're clearly the worst team in the ACC. No notable big time bowl wins, no conference titles. They're not really competing. Sorry, if it was basketball, you'd probably number one, but sadly this is football and you're just not a very good program. So Duke comes in at number 14. Next on the list we have is Syracuse. So Syracuse comes in at 13, 117 wins, 162 losses in this time. Haven't won anything big. I know they came from the Big East halfway through the conference, but only 26 ACC wins since they've joined the conference. Not a very good program. They do seem like they're doing a little bit better, but sorry Syracuse, you guys coming in number 13. This one's kind of interesting, but Virginia comes in at number 12, 131 wins, 150 losses. Again, no big-time bowl wins, no big-time conference wins. Virginia, just has been, towards the bottom of the conference, and sadly, I think that's what they're going to stay. Moving on to 11, and finally we got some good news. We got some good vibes going with Wake Forest. 138 wins, 144 losses. They do have a conference title to their name in the last 23 years, which is really cool to see. They also won the Gator Bowl, so they have a decent bowl win. Not much success other than that. They've had some decent years, but the consistency is not there, and that's why Wake Forest comes in at number 11. Number 10, we have North Carolina, another one that wishes it was a basketball ranking, but North Carolina's going to come in at number 10. They did win the Peach Bowl, so that's pretty impressive. But other than that, they're basically a 500 team and not really having, all that much success in the conference. Matt Brown has done some, good things for them and kind of boost them, and they have a really good quarterback this year. So hopefully it's a good year for them. But in the grand scheme of things, sorry, North Carolina, you're coming in at 10. Number 9, the home of Matt Ryan, and that is Boston College. 160 wins, 129 losses. They've done pretty well for themselves, I guess you could say, over this stretch of 23 years. They haven't have a conference championship, though. They don't have any really big bowl wins. They had that 1 year in 07 where they were really, really highly ranked, but technically, kind of collapsed towards the end. But Boston College is a good program. They've done a lot, in the ACC, but just nothing spectacular, and I think 9's a good place for them. 8. Now we're finally getting to some of the better programs here. We have North Carolina State, 156 wins, 127 losses over that time. Still not very good in the conference, but they had a couple big bowl wins. You have the Gator Bowl, Sun Bowl. They've had some decent teams. We'll see how they're doing. I feel like they're kind of, they were on the right track last year, but they had a lot of transfers kind of leave. So I don't know where they are this year, but I feel like 8's good. They're a middle-of-the-road team in the ACC. Coming in at number 7, we have Georgia Tech, and this one was kind of weird. I was like, I didn't really think Georgia Tech was that great. The program in the last 23 years, maybe that's just because they've been so awful these last couple years. But 158 wins, 133 losses. They got a winning record in the conference over that time. They have a huge Orange Bowl win. They also won a Sun Bowl. So a really good team and a really good program. In the kind of the beginning of this kind of era, really struggled with the transition from the triple option to what they're doing now. But we'll see if they can get on track, because I have them at number 7. Coming in at number 6, and we're starting to see some winners here, it's Louisville. 182 wins, 108 losses. They had a Heisman winner in Lamar Jackson, so that's impressive. They've done a decent job in the ACC, but they were their best in this time frame when they were in Conference USA, which isn't the best conference. They have 2 Big East titles, 3 Conference USA titles, so that's impressive, but they haven't won the ACC yet. They also won the Orange Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, 2 Liberty Bowls, so pretty impressive stuff from Louisville, so they come in at number 6. Number 5, we have Pittsburgh, 169 wins and 122 losses. They've done okay in the ACC. They were at their best kind of in the Big East era. They have 2 Big East titles. They have 1 ACC title they got a couple years ago, so that's pretty impressive. They've really struggled though in the bowl games. They haven't been able to really knock out and win any big time bowl games. Their biggest one being the Sun Bowl in the last 23 years, so not really impressive on that front. But hey, Pittsburgh has done a pretty decent job, and they seem like to be a really good program on the rise. So they come in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, and this might be a little controversial, but I have Miami, one of the fallen giants of the game. 187 wins, 101 losses. They dominated their time in the Big East, going 27-1. The ACC, they've been good, but not great. They do have that 1 national championship way back in the day. They have, 4 Big East titles, no ACC titles. They won the Rose Bowl, they've won the Peach Bowl, they've won the Sugar Bowl, and the Orange Bowl. So they have some big time bowl game wins. But haven't really pulled it off in the ACC yet. So let's see, can Miami go back to their winning ways, or, is that in the past? Coming in at number 3, we have Virginia Tech. 197 wins, 98 losses, conference wins, 99 in the ACC, and 17 in the Big East in their time in the Big East. They have 4 ACC crowns, which is really impressive over their span. They've won the Peach Bowl, they've won the Orange Bowl, and they've won the Gator Bowl twice. Just been a very consistent team, and that's why they come in at 3. I'm sorry, Miami's was really good in the early decade, but has really struggled of late to really become a power. In Virginia Tech, just steady, man, just steady. So that's why they come in at number 3. Number 2, I have Florida State, and I really, being a Florida State, wanted to put them 1, but I'm sorry, they just don't deserve it. 199 wins, 97 losses, conference wins 121 to 63 losses. Very impressive. You have 7 ACC titles, 2 Heisman winners in this era, a national championship, and then a college football playoff appearance, which is very impressive. A couple Gator Bowl wins, a Peach Bowl win, and 2 Orange Bowl wins. So Florida State's been really good, but they had that downturn, last 4 or 5 years. They're on the rise now, but I just had to put them 2. They're good, but the next one's they're at a different level. And number 1, probably not a surprise if you've been watching the ACC, but it's Clemson. 227 wins, 78 losses, conference 142 to 48. They've had 6 college football playoff appearances. They have 8 ACC titles, 2 national championships, 2 Fiesta Bowl, 2 Orange Bowl, and 2 Peach Bowls wins. So just impressive stuff for Clemson. They're on a different level when it comes to the programs, and that's why they come in at number 1.